right, you guys, Pink Summit, week number 8. Tonight we are calling it Campfire Stories. All right. After a good camping trip, we all sit around the campfire and enjoy sharing our campfire stories, right? How this relates to your Mary Kay business, though, is in regards to how you talk about your Mary Kay business. This particular week, we are diving into that next avenue of income for yourself. All right. So, we have ventured through a lot of things. We have talked about income producing activities throughout this entire series. And what that income producing activity is, just to remind you, is booking, coaching, selling, and recruiting. Okay. We have been focusing on how to make sure that you are spending your time on income producing activities versus activities that are not income producing, because if we're not doing enough income producing activities, then we're not producing income. You get me? Okay. So tonight we're talking about that fourth piece, recruiting. Dun, 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 dun. I know. Recruiting is like, Christy, I don't want a team. I want to deal with that drama. Okay. Sit down for a second. All right. If you think that you don't need this training, or you're thinking, I don't need a team builder, I don't want to deal with whatever, blah, 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 blah. Before you tune out, I just want you to listen with an open mind to what I'm going to talk about tonight. And then maybe you see team building differently after this, or maybe you just have the intel to know when you're ready. Okay. So, Mary Kay Ash said, we do have a mission to share out love and our energies, our hopes, our dreams, our superior products, and our beautiful, abundant way of life. In doing so, you will be blessed beyond measure with all the riches of life. That's living the Mary Kay dream. So at the completion of this course, I want to encourage you, if you haven't already done so, read the Mary Kay autobiography. We've done this course, you finish the homework. What's next? Read the Mary Kay autobiography. Every new consultant receives a copy in their first order. If you need a copy, I don't know, you had a moment of weakness and you got rid of yours, or you didn't know it came in the order, I don't know. But if you need a copy, then let me know, because I have spares. Don't you worry. But once you've completed all of this, I just think that is going to be such a great next step. Reading the Mary Kay autobiography will help you know the woman who founded this company and the story and the reason behind all of this. She did not start this business to be a billionaire. She believed women were worth and deserved more, that they should have the opportunity to earn an income while also being available for their family. Every business today is trying to figure out what Mary Kay mastered years ago: work-life balance. Recruiting shouldn't come from this place of desired leadership. It should come from a place of wanting other women to have the same benefits, blessings, and opportunity that you enjoy about your business. It's like your favorite coffee shop. Like, you wouldn't just find this awesome coffee shop and then tell no one. No, you would want them to enjoy the same coffee you do and have that opportunity to enjoy all of that yumminess, and you're going to tell them about it. So you may be nervous about sharing the Mary Kay opportunity because you don't want to sound pushy. If you don't share this opportunity, it's likely because you're really thinking about yourself versus others. If you shift your thinking to thinking about her and her needs, you're thinking how this could change her life. When you have that motivation, it's going to change the heart behind it. It's going to change her desire to be a part of it. So I'm going to discuss some common team building rejections that I hear from consultants all the time. And maybe one of these are yours. And these are not really in any particular order, just kind of aligned with what I wanted to talk about tonight. But these are common things that I hear consultants say. I don't want to lose her as a customer. All right, let's tackle this one. Did you know that Mary Kay offers the best commission payments in our industry? You guys, we are paid so well. First, the fact that you make 50% profit on everything you sell without any quotas is pretty incredible. But what if you thought for a minute about tapping into that additional income for yourself of commissions? Have you ever thought, you know what, I wish I could be in 2 places at one time? Okay, all the time, right? Growing a team is like duplicating yourself. While you're here doing a party with your clients and making your 50% on the sales, she's over here doing her party and making her 50% on her sales. And then based on what she produces, the company is going to send you a check and to thank you for building your team. So you could be in 10 or 20 places at one time, right? They're all making, each one of them are making their 50%, making their dreams come true. You're empowering them to own their own business. And Mary Kay is going to send you a check to say, thank you for empowering other women to do what you do. So recruiting isn't losing a customer. It's realizing that she can broaden your ability to grow your income by creating a new opportunity for her. All right, so let's look at the Mary Kay career path. All right, let me make myself a little bit bigger here. All right, can you see that okay? All right, so you see here, these are the different levels of Mary Kay. This file image is stored in the Boards app under the Campfire Stories folder in the pink success folder, okay? But let's just kind of go through it. As a independent beauty consultant, everybody earns the 50%. Once you add at least one team member, you've been promoted and you're a senior beauty consultant earning 4% on personal team commissions. That is if you have 1 or 2 team members. Once you hit the 3rd team member, you are now promoted again to star team builder, and you can earn 4, 6, or 8% commissions at this level. All right. This level is also what Mary Kay calls the red jacket. Okay. So I know many of you want to be in your red jacket. All right. That is a status statement in Mary Kay. Is once you've earned your red jacket, it shows that you're a star team builder. You're in your red jacket until you become a director. So it just takes 3 to get into your red jacket and start earning up to 8% commissions. You guys, that's doubling your commissions. As a team leader, you can earn up to 13% commission. And then as a sales director, you can earn up to 13% on your personal team, 23% on your unit, which you guys is 36%. If you are a personal team member in my unit, I make 36% commissions. What? These numbers, you guys, we are so stinking spoiled. You have no idea. So as you grow your team, Mary Kay will reward you with a higher commissions level. And it doesn't come out of the new consultant's earning. That is directly a thank you from Mary Kay. So I have another slide. This might make it easier to see. Okay, this kind of summarizes it a little differently for you. But you can kind of just see percentage levels. All right, so when that new consultant orders $1,000 that month, okay, that's a $40 bonus for you as a senior consultant. Woohoo, right? $40 extra money I didn't do anything for. Sweet. I mean, you probably encouraged her. It's not that you didn't do anything, but you encouraged her. You were her biggest cheerleader, right? You know, that's not even including any great start bonuses you could earn, that 50, because you earn $50 bonuses if she's qualified. If you're in your great start period, you earn hundreds of dollars in free bundles plus the great start bonus. So that's not even included in any of that. Now, if you have at least 3 team members on your team, that same order that she placed now means $80 for you. So you've just doubled your income off of her orders by having 3 or more active on your team. Now, since she's a personal team member of yours, once you become a sales director, that same $1,000 that she ordered now means $360 for you. She didn't change how much she put in, but your percentage changed based on your team size. So that's $40, $80, $360 extra on top of your sales profit that you could be earning just for allowing her the opportunity to run her business. So if Sandy is your customer and orders $1,000 in product in a year from you, you've made $500 in profit off of Sandy in that year. Now, if Sandy orders that same volume for herself, and say she just has 20 clients that shop the same, that's $21,000 in sales for Sandy. And that means $10,500 in reorders from Sandy. And as a team builder, earning 13% commissions, you've taken the $500 you made off of Sandy in that 1 year and turned it into $1,365 in that 1 year. And that's just adding 1 team member. You see how taking Sandy and giving her the opportunity it's going to allow her opportunity to grow in her life and have bonuses in her life, but it's also going to help diversify your income. All right. So another, I don't know what I'm calling it now. I already forgot what I called it. But anyway, another thing I hear from people, from new consultants or from consultants is, I don't know enough to lead a team. That might be your question, right? I don't know. That might be your hesitation. Like, I don't know enough to lead a team. If you've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. In Mary Kay, you might be in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. Our company is structured in such a way that you are not the only one responsible for her growth potential. There are so many resources to her disposal. If you and I fall off of the planet, she has access to resources to help her grow her business. Sales directors make the extra money they make because they are responsible for leading your new team members. Your 4% commission check is because you are her biggest cheerleader. You are encouraging her and guiding her to the same resources that you yourself are using. We take every consultant as she moves along the leadership path through the same training methodology that we did when we were a new consultant. I do, we do, you do. Right? You've all heard me say it. I do your first things with you. We do things together, and then you do things on your own once you are trained. We have a system in place to help you grow your business and to be trained along the way. I cannot train you to be a confident sales director as a senior consultant. It's part of the growing process that we grow through as we go through each new promotion. So, we have a system in place that is helping train you and equip you for this process, and it is called the pearls of sharing. You earn pearl pieces of jewelry when you hold your pink possibility training sessions. Okay. So let me bring up this graphic really quick. So here are the pearls of sharing. You know, they've changed over the years. These are the current new version of them. All right, ladies. So when you complete your first 3 pink possibility chats with me, remember, we do, you do. You start with me. When you do your first 3 pink possibility chats with me, you earn, hang on, I got to take it out of the package here. And it's, you guys, it's a 3-way call where your client and you and I are on the phone together, and she asks 5 questions that she would need answered if she were to make the decision today, if Mary Kay was something she'd like to do. You would just sit in the background, listen to her questions, listen to the way I answer her questions. And then after the first 3, you'll actually start to notice some patterns and some trends of some things that are commonly asked. So here is the pearl earrings. Aren't they so cute? You guys, I don't wear earrings. I've tried, and then my holes close up. It's just not even worth digging into there and trying to get them. But they're super cute, little pearl drops, okay? After your first 3, then your second 3 with me will earn you the bracelet, the matching bracelet. It has an adjustable, easy adjustable clasp, so it fits everybody. And then it has the little bumblebees because that's Mary Kay's. I don't want to call it a mascot, but it's like our spirit animal. If that's even better, I don't know. But anyway, the story behind the bee. Google how a bee can fly and you'll understand the story behind a bee. But anyway, you earn your bracelet with your next 3, and then you earn your necklace when you have finished your 6 and add your first active team member. Now, many new consultants get to their first team member before they're 6. This is a completion. You have to finish the training first. You know, I know we say 1 in 5 recruit, but a lot of times it's like 1 in 3. So a lot of times you'll have your first team member before you finish training. So we want to finish training before you finish that necklace. But aren't these pieces so beautiful? All right. So typically, you know, consultants don't begin leading their own pink possibility chats until they're a red jacket or a star team builder. Usually by this point, you've heard it enough times to feel confident in answering their questions. But one great thing about this business is that if you get a question that by chance you can't answer, I'm only a phone call away. So now, until you are a director in qualification, you are not managing the training for a new consultant. All right. Your job is to see how she's feeling. Keep her excited. This is new and scary and an adjustment for her. Invite her to join you at the events coming up. Encourage her to participate in the things that we're doing. Once she signed her agreement, her and I will go through training just like you did, where we walk through the business step by step. You know, one pitfall I see in a new recruiter is giving her more information too soon. Our new consultant training is designed to give them the information they need in a time span that they can process it. You guys, we cannot tell them about their grand opening and ordering inventory before they've even signed their agreement. They might run out of the room. But, you know, it's just in our excitement, we're very excited that that they're interested, and in our excitement, we can overwhelm a new team member with sharing too much. So until you're in DIQ and forming your own systems, allow me to walk her through her first trainings. If she comes to you with questions, point her back to me. Her and I are growing our relationship, and I need your help motivating her to make that connection with me. You guys, a cord of 3 strands is stronger than one, right? You and her are tight. Allow me to weave in there with you, and she will be stronger for it. So you see, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to know all the answers to the questions. You don't need to be perfect at this job. You just need to know where to point her, so she isn't hindered by where you are. Any consultant can buzz right through our career path and pass right by you. Because she's on your team does not mean that she can't be a director until you're a director. She can set her own pace. That's why Mary Kay is not a pyramid scheme. I don't move up because you move up, okay? You can move up faster than me if that's the path and the trajectory that you are willing to work this business. So how much, for you, the important thing is to show how much fun this business is when you have friends doing it along with you, right? That's why we team build, because we want our friends to be in this with us. We want this to be something that she can be a part of and that we can grow together in our friendship. And you are not responsible for her training until you're ready for that step as well. So the final pitfall is the fear of not even knowing where to begin, right? So let's tackle that one. Recruiting happens enthusiastically from a grateful heart. Women want an escape from their mundane life. The average woman goes to work every day, comes home, makes dinner, helps the kids with their homework, cleans up the house, puts everyone into bed, and then repeats. Very few women work in a rewarding environment that they enjoy going to. So Mary Kay is an escape for many of us. It's the fun in our lives. It's the girl time. It's the escape from the mundane, everyday stuff that we earn an income while doing. Women will want to be part of this journey with you because when they see you're having fun, they want that in their lives too. So here are key ways you start planting the seed for the opportunity without necessarily directly asking them to join your team or listen. The more seeds you plant, the more opportunity you will actually have for growth. So let's talk about at the appointment. You have so many opportunities to plant seeds here. First thing is sharing your I story. Remember from Storytelling Week, we created your I story. That helps her to see herself in you and your life story because you guys will find relatable things. Another way at your appointments you can plant seeds is sharing the Mary Kay pride points when you talk about Mary Kay, the company. This is, and I don't know if this is something you can see well. Hang on. It seems to be chopping off on my screen. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, good. So this is the Mary Kay Pride Point sheet. You can find this in the digital library. I have it also posted in the boards, but they update this all the time with the most updated information. And using this will help her to see why this company is so reputable. I actually like to find ways to make games in parties. And I know if you've been to one of my parties, you know I love to have a good time. So I like to do a game. And this one right here is a great way to play a game. And it's called the purse game. And it just kind of brings in that fun factor. And you know what? This is something to do in that 20 minutes while their mask is sitting. You're just like, what do we do now? Hire kids, right? So you can play a game. So we call it the purse game. You pick a letter that is incorporated on this flyer. Like, for example, P for positive impact, right? So you say the letter is P, and they have to find something in their purse or their wallet, whatever they brought with them that day, that starts with the letter P. The first person who finds it will get extra tickets if you're doing tickets, or extra points if you're just having them keep track of points. Or if you have a deck of cards, you can hand them a card off of the deck, and then they total up their points at the end based on how many cards they collected from the deck with the different games you play. You know, incorporating games like you could ask questions, and if they answer the question, you can give them a card or a ticket or points. If they describe a product that they've tried in a positive way, you can give them a ticket. If you say something like once you've finished, if you haven't finished your homework for watching the party, if during that party you will see her handing out tickets. Same concept is true. Just, whatever vessel it is that you want to do. If it's cards, tickets, points, whatever. You're just running something throughout the event, and this game adds to it. So then after they find the P, they pull out like their phone, okay? And they're like, oh, no. Then you give them their point. I usually pick the top two just because I like giving stuff. But you explain what that P means in Mary Kay. So P stands for positive impact. And then you just pick one of the facts under that category to talk about. Mary Kay is more than just a brand. And you're helping them to see that this is a company that they can trust and that does good things. So the final way that you can, hang on. Don't read it yet. It's too soon. Okay. The final way is that you invite them to help you with your training for your pink possibility chat or your pearls. Girl, I need my pearls. I need your help. Okay. And just like when we were reviewing in our previous week of the closing questions, you're not asking them to sign up. You're just asking if they're helping you with your training. I always like to lead with, I know that Mary Kay might not be right for you. Take down the barrier, okay? I know that Mary Kay might not be right for you, and that's totally fine. But would you be willing to help me with my training and spare a quick 15 to 20 minutes on a call with my director? All you have to do is ask her 5 questions about the Mary Kay opportunity, and then I get to hear the answers and learn how to answer these questions myself. Most people say yes. But, Mary Kay Ash said that there is one beauty consultant at every appointment. So look for the women that you want to work with. Women don't typically see themselves as others see them. Sometimes we need to be that person that's pouring hope into others, that life could look different. You guys, we have a risk-free opportunity for these women. They will never know if it's right for them unless they try. You might need to be that gentle voice that says, I think you'd be great at this. I've done this so many times over the years, and likely you might have heard it from me yourself. It's not to everyone that I say this, but it's to the ladies who I see so much potential in and that I would want to work with. It could be at an appointment, or it could be during a follow-up call, or even just when I'm delivering a reorder. I just plant that seed. I think you'd be great at this. If you ever decide that you want to stop paying full price, let me know. I'd be happy to tell you a little bit more about it. That's it. I make a joke out of it. If you want to stop paying full price. Another opportunity is to have them take our Pink Possibility survey. This is a great way to plant a seed about the opportunity and for us to see who might be interested but hiding in the background, right? This link has a video that is less than 10 minutes long. It has women of different age groups and phases of life to help them see themselves in at least one of the stories. Then they complete some quick questions so that they can learn a little bit more, so we can learn a little bit more about them and what they like about our opportunity. You guys, typically everyone is willing to do one of each of these. All right. My mission is that they are either doing a Pink Possibility chat with me or doing a survey. I want everyone to do a survey just so I know where they land. So don't hesitate to give away a free half-price item as a thank you for doing a Pink Possibility chat, or do a drawing for a mask for everybody who submits a survey that month and you want to just do a drawing for it. Whatever it is to incentivize them to just do it. I always love to just bless them because they're helping me in these things. We offer this to everyone because we don't know people's circumstances. If we prejudge that they have enough money, or that they're just don't have enough time, or that they wouldn't want to do something like this, then we may miss that they are living paycheck to paycheck because the cost of living has increased. or that they would love some extra flexibility in their schedule, or that they just need an outlet for themselves. How sad would you have been if your recruiter never asked you? So the next piece that you want to do is memorize the common objection responses that women typically have. Women will typically give 3 or 4 objections, and it's not until like the third or fourth that you're really getting into the nitty-gritty with them. So don't stress if you work through the first couple with them. They're going to give those objections prior to even allowing themselves to see past it. So sometimes we just kind of have to help them navigate through it, because they have a, haze over what they think this business is actually like. So I have some samples here, and this is also gonna be, I don't know that I actually posted it yet. It might be there already, but is in the boards folder. But let's just go through a few of these and kind of talk about what I'm saying. A common one you're going to hear is too busy, or they don't have enough time. A key trick, and I don't want to call it a trick, but a key skill to develop is asking questions. If you ask questions, it allows them to process things a little bit better. So what would be a reason that you would want to get started? Why would this be something you'd be interested in? Could we take a moment and write down your schedule? And if I could show you pockets of time where you could earn an extra $200 or $300 in your month, would that make it a little bit easier for you to see how this business could fit into your current lifestyle? They don't know enough people. Okay, well, do you know at least one person? Did you know that each one person knows at least 10 people? So let's just imagine if I could teach you how to take 10 people that you know and then grow from there with the 10 people they know, you now have 100 people that you know. So another objection is she's not the sales type, or she doesn't want to be pushy. When was the last time you told someone about a great restaurant or a movie? We do the same. We offer suggestions while teaching skincare with this try before you buy and give an opinion approach. If they like it, great. If not, we don't pressure them because they won't like us. If you learn how to be genuine as you ask others, would you be willing to give it a try? No one wants to be sold to, and I don't want to teach you how to be a good seller in that way. All right, don't have the money. All right, this is a good one. How do you see yourself benefiting from Mary Kay? Could I offer suggestions on how others have purchased their starter kit? Do you have access to a credit card? Who do you know that loves you and that would be willing to help you, give you some money to help you get started? Do you know 10 people that would loan you $10 each for a $10 credit on the other side? Would you like to get started as a business owner and start working with me today? So you don't necessarily ask all of these questions at one time, right? You're going to ask a question, kind of go through and process it, but having these in your repertoire help. Or if you just have this sheet handy, it helps. I love the I need to talk to my husband one. I absolutely respect the communication with your husband. First, can I ask that if your husband supported you in this decision, would you want to do it? And then I always like to ask the question of what things do you think he would need to know? So I make sure that he has, that you have all of the information to answer them. What do you think your husband might say? And then there's more on here. I'll let you guys read through them, but I won't read through all of these, but you guys see how you can work through these objections with them and help them navigate through and understand that the goal is not to just overcome objections. The goal is to help her see behind the curtain that this is not necessarily stereotypical what you perceive it might be. I just think that we perceive what we see in movies and things like that, and they might be missing it altogether. And my hope is in each of these encounters is that I help her to see if it will fit into her life. Is this something, if I, as we talk, is this something that her life needs? So that's really my hope and my mission through that. All right, you guys, let's wrap this up nice and easy. Tonight, let's talk about your homework. So this is the last course. It is time for you to finish all of your badges. If you have not done so, you still have time. Just keep chipping away at these homeworks. The boards folder has all of the files, has all of the videos. If you need to rewatch something, has all of the homework assignment posts in there and all of your resources. This week's homework. What? Big surprise. Complete a weekly plan sheet for next week. You guys, I want this to be something you continue. Plan every week. I highly recommend that you plan every month. Make a weekly accomplishment sheet for every week of the month. So then you know where you're working and work your plan. If you have a potential appointment slot, book someone in it. All right. So the second homework assignment tonight is to set a team building goal. What goal do you have? Do you want to move into that second avenue of income and add one new team member? Do you want to be in your red jacket and add 3? Do you want to get into directorship and tap into that income potential and start moving on the path to leadership? What is your goal? And then number 3 is I want you to go to our Pink Possibility Survey link. It's always in the opportunity folder in the Glam Fam resources, but I have made it easy and put it in the Campfire Stories folder as well. I want you to watch the video that's in there. Pick a story that you liked and tell me why. All right. So there's different stories in there. Pick who caught your attention and why she resonated with you. I want you to look at this because I want you to see what your customers are going to see when you send them there. All right. Number 4, make a list of 15 women that you think would either help you or you would love to work with for your pearls training. If you've already finished your pearls training, you can still do this 15, okay? And then number 5 is ask 15 women to complete ask those 15 women, I should say, to complete a Pink Possibility survey and send them the link, okay? Let's get this Pink Possibility survey flying. All right. So 15 women, send it out, get their responses back, and you will have your final badge for the Pink Summit series and earn your Joy in the Journey charm for your charm bracelet. I have so enjoyed this training, preparing it. I hope that you have found it as enriching as I have to create it. So many things, even while training this, teaching this have reignited in me some things that I needed some of the basics that I neglect in my own business too sometimes. So I hope that it's been a blessing to you. And if you need to go back and revisit these, I hope that you will and share them with your new team members. This training will be every new recruit's next step is going to be going through this Pink Summit series for themselves because it has the vital essentials that every new consultant needs to have this business and be successful. Thank you guys so much for committing to this series. I am so proud of all that you have done and the journey that you have made and the obstacles you have overcome and the stories that you have to share. So I am thankful for each of you, and I cannot wait to see how this propels your business.